Alright everyone, and welcome to No Man's Sky. It's Neon Ninja. We're going to do a little finishing of the 24/7 power guide. And I think this comes under the beginner's guide a little bit as well before we move on to a bit more advanced stuff. So I wanted to give you a little understanding of how to extend your base and get 24/7 power to it. First of all, I'd like to explain that when I first made this base in the beginner's guide, there was loads of biogenerators, and we're trying to do away with biogenerators and move into more sustainable power. So we went and made a hell of a lot of solar arrays, which I found good. But one thing with the solar array is that once you've made it, when they switch off at night, they seem to switch everything else off when it comes to generating more oxygen. So obviously with this building, you're going to want a really big power pack. So even though you can only get these packs, if you string them all together, you've got one big pack. So I've got like loads going under these stairs, and we made a room dedicated to just making sure that we had power at night. So that's what I advise, is set yourself up with a large battery system. And then what I did is, I think this is crucial to keeping the base running consistently. Is making yourself generators, electrical generators. Oh, change the button to something. There we go. So this is how one would extend the base, or how you would extend the base to use the electromagnetic generators. And that's what you really want, as well as your solar panels. So let's take a little ride down to this generator that I found, and it's not a superb generator, but I can sort of show you how we got to extend the base down there. It's not that difficult. It's just that the base will only go about 300 yards, something along them lines. This base ain't that far away. Where is this base? There it is. Is it? Should be down here somewhere, is that right? There it is. God, it's easy to miss. I mean, at the time, you can I would say stick a save point down there, but don't stick a base down. Initially, I stuck a base down and I had to delete it all again. Because you want your base to accept this power. So if you have another base nearby, that's what will happen. It'll link to this base that you made here, and that'll get the power. So to do that, to extend my base from way up there, I had to just simply put walls in. So I got like a wall, and then I started up from my base, and then you'll see when you move the wall so far that if you're outside of your base's parameters, the 300 yards, it'll go red like it does when you can't place it. So that's how you extend your base. You just keep walking towards the place where you've marked. I'd mark it, like just go in your HUD. I think it's X. And that'll give you a good inkling of where to place your walls to extend. To bring power to your base. And then all you need to do is bring a wire to it. And I wanted to show you a little something with wires that I think not many people are showing people. Well, certainly I've learned this myself. I haven't really seen this online, but it's helpful to know with wires. You don't have to have them flying everywhere, you know, like, I know you can make them disappear as well, but you can just place them on the floor. So if you place them on the floor, you can make a little network with that. You know, you could even bring it to here so it's nice and neat. And then to there, you know. So if you bring your power like this, just connecting it to the ground all the way to your base, nice and neat. As neat as you can. That should do the job. Delete them. Also, as well, I've put a little battery here. Well, that'll give you the understanding of what's happening with power coming out of this area. A little bit of a backup over it as well, but I just like to put one in just to see that there's power being made there, basically. So I'm going to give you a little show around of like what we've been doing. We've flattened this area out so that we can bring all these in now. Underneath the base is going to be all these oxygen generators. So the S-Class farm is finished. It's just, we haven't got to that in our playthrough yet. Last time we was making bits of the base. I think we carved out underneath, put some windows in and some lights, which we'll show you in a second. I wanted to show you this, it's quite interesting, the auto feeder. And I think we have an auto harvester to build at some point. So you just feed this with the pellets, which we haven't got any in there, which is great as an example, isn't it? Great as an example. Let's make some if we can. Well, there they are. We can't make any, but you would just put them pellets in there and then the creatures would mass around it. It was quite cool. And then you could take advantage, if you stayed in the game, of using their eggs, and then you could take them eggs to the anomaly and add materials to them eggs to make them bigger. Let's take our oxygen for the day. Alright, we're nearly wrapped up here, but that's about the extent of what I wanted to tell you and what I've learned. We've got flowers growing now. They're just something you have to unlock in your crafting at the anomaly. Same with the lights on the floor, and they're only sodium to make these lights above us. And also as well, they're pretty cool because for the hydroponic systems that we've got, I just run the wire down from there. You know, I thought that was neatest. I've not yet to make all the wires disappear yet, you know, but I just tried to keep it as neat as possible, and these panels really helped to attach power to it. I found even when you didn't use the make the wires disappear. So yeah, there's that, and then yeah, you've got to unlock the plants and gather a few materials to basically get that going. And then once you've got that going, then you've got a consistent supply of this. You just need to make more hydroponic tables, and extending this would be easy. It's literally taking out that back wall there with the windows in and pushing out and keep going a couple more layers. But when you, I mean, there's a couple of ways you can do this, yeah, but for me, I want to exist in this world, so I have to gather the materials I need to make this, whereas you can turn it off in the controls somewhere. I've never done this, but you can turn it off. Crafting, free. Same with fuel usage, same with power, even though I've shown you how to extend your base and gain power, and you would need to, I nearly forgot, but you would need to just find the electric power on the survey, just like we did on the gas and materials. But for those who are beginners, you will need a visor that looks like this, and you can get it from the anomaly, and you get the anomaly by playing the story. So it's just an upgrade to switch so that we can see gases. Like this place runs off oxygen, so they're gases. Minerals, somewhere over there there's an A-class mineral we haven't discovered, and down there was our hotspot for the power. So I hope I've explained myself well and give you an in-depth guide, beginner to moving into intermediate, and I'll see you next time. And thank you very much for everyone who's subscribed. Yeah, I love you all, and like my videos, even come through and watched for a little minute and seen what it was about. Alright, have a good day, have a good night.